Once again, this is Black Butterflies, and I am going to show you the fundamental basics of beginning the process of doing tree braids and crochet braids. And the basic step that you must know before you begin any of these techniques is how to cornrow. For those of you who do know how to cornrow, yay, good for you. But for those of you who don't, I am going to try my best to show you how. And so, videotaping this session will be my sister, Baby Butterfly. Say hey, Baby Butterfly. Hi. And my mommy, who doesn't want to be on the camera, Madam Butterfly. Mommy, wave. Throw up your hands and wave. Say hi, Mommy.
Hi.
And she's going to be my hair model. So, okay. I hope you enjoyed the process, and if there's any steps that you do not fully understand, please feel free to drop me a line, leave a message or something like that, and I'll try to get back to you and explain the process the best I can. Okay. Well, everybody, the technique of cornrowing that I'm going to show you is how to add extension hair and braid it into your hair into a cornrow. And for all of you all who are thinking that this is too bold for a lady the age of Madam Butterfly, she agrees to, and she would never wear her hair this color. This is just so that you can get a clear picture of the technique, because it doesn't blend in with her hair, so you can see from the contrast how to do the process a little bit better. Okay. Do you have a good angle, Mama? Okay. To do the process of tree braiding and crochet braiding, you don't have to, but this is the way I do it. I start at the beginning of the hairline. And you kind of want to get your hands in like a giddy up position, like this. And you move from the giddy up position to the piece of hair at the beginning of the hairline that you have parted from the rest of the hair. When doing a cornrow, you may use the underhand technique or the overhand technique. I'm left-handed, and so I use the underhand technique because it's just easier for me. And the underhand technique is simply you taking hair from the left side, taking it, crossing it under the middle, like this. So now hair from the left side has become the middle has become your left side, and your right is still on the right. So like this. And then you take hair from the right side.
You're pulling my hair.
I'm sorry, Mom. You take hair from the right side, cross it under your middle, and then you take hair from the left side. And as you're taking hair from your actual scalp, when you move the piece of hair that is attached to your actual scalp, you grab a little bit of hair each time. So I grabbed some hair from the left side when I brought the left back to the middle. Okay, so from the left to the middle, from the right to the middle, from the left to the middle, from the right to the middle, from the left to the middle. Can you kind of see can you get in the technique a little? Is it clear?
I'm trying to get it.
Okay. From the right to the middle, from the left to the middle. Mommy, I think you should keep this color in your hair. You should let me braid it off like this. From the right to the middle. From the left. Okay, so notice how when I pick up hair, let's see. Okay, I'm confused. Let me get my bearings. Alrighty.
You can't zoom out.
Because you're as close as you can possibly zoom. Can you not see?
There.
Okay. Alrighty, so notice how whenever I'm picking up hair from her actual scalp, this is her hair. I know that it looks a lot like the weave that we're adding. Mommy, your hair is this color. Did you know that? Your highlights? Anyway, so notice as I'm picking up her hair, each time I move her hair, I'm like grabbing a little piece from her actual scalp. That way we're attaching the cornrow to her scalp as we move back, because if you don't, what you probably will end up with is an individual braid. Okay, so from the left to the middle. From the right to the middle. Okay, look, I'm grabbing her hair. As I grab her hair, I grab a piece of hair from her scalp. Oh my gosh, her hair is gonna tangle on my hands. I'm not a professional, those of you who are wondering. I'm just somebody who's familiar with the technique enough to do it, and I just want to share it with you so that you can become familiar with the technique enough to do it yourself. Once again, so I'm grabbing her hair, and as I'm grabbing her hair, I grab a little piece of her hair that's not already attached to her hair. Okay?
Attach to the weave.
Okay. And another thing, if you have never cornrowed before, that you may need to try to become familiar with before you try to do the process that I'll probably upload next week, that is tree braids, you probably will need to become familiar with how to part hair. I didn't know when my mom first taught me how to cornrow. I didn't know how to cornrow. I didn't know how to part. I didn't know how to do anything really. And it's not really anything that anyone can teach you how to do. It's just something that, you learn the fundamental basics and you basically teach yourself how to do it. And, I thought I would never get parting. And for those of you who are really professional, you may be looking at this video and saying, she still doesn't know how to part. But you know what? I do a good enough job to get the technique done. And that's all you really need to learn how to do, is a good enough job to get the technique done. But if you don't know how to part and you kind of want to follow this series, I suggest that you spend time just practicing parting. Well, first braiding. And then after you get the technique down, and I'll probably have to try this one more time because it's kind of hard explaining and doing the technique. This is my first time, the first test run, so it's kind of hard doing the technique and explaining at the same time. But just practice getting the technique of braiding down. And once you become confident doing one braid straight back, and it's not going to look perfect, once you become comfortable getting the technique down, try to section up the hair. Try parting the hair, doing one braid and then another braid, and then parting this section next to this section that you do and doing another braid. And that way you can become a little bit confident as you begin to take this technique of tree braiding. And the first few heads of tree braids that I did looked far from perfect. Not Madam Butterfly. Well, she can tell you because she let me practice on her once. But so can Baby Butterfly. I jacked up her head a whole lot. But it's through practicing